just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Redskins. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Slam. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates. It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Fresh set of downs here. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Falcons are going to get a first.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. And if you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Play fake here on 1st down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Redskins are going to get a 1st down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Here's the first carry for Matt Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Matt Jones that time. Now 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons are going to get it at the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
Ryan. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
Here's Ryan. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. 1 quarter down. 7-0 is our score. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Play action, Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. Throwing again, Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. That's caught at the 3. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact for a touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And it's up and good. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out.
All right, here we go.
They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let them know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play. Now, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Encroachment, defense. Still first
So
down.
5 yards remain now. Still first down. They come up in an offset eye. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Redskins.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploit.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Drops it to Jones in the flat. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a first down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. If you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one. How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion.
6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from rush coming, and he's taken down.
Offside. Defense. Still first down.
The defense helps the offense out there. Now 5 yards to go on first down. Ryan. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down, Ryan finding time. And Jones has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Second and 10 now. Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And
all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Here's Murray for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter. Let's get to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run the option left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. This will be fielded at the 17. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Being chased out left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a third and about 13.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
look to throw. He's got Floyd out left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And some space here. He's going to go, Matt Jones. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. And now a first down following that long gain. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
The give is to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Their big tight end with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. One receiver left, 2 to the right. To throw is Ryan. Going right side here, and that's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Partner, we saw him struggle last week. We're seeing him struggle again this week. We talked about it after last week's game, the type of coverage he was seeing. I think I'm seeing very similar blueprint.
That's what I was going to ask you. How often, when you see this back-to-back weeks, is it a defensive coordinator saying, hey, I'm just going to steal what that guy did?
And that's the best way to go about it. Don't try and become original each and every week. If it's working, use it. Put it into your game plan until they defeat it. And so far, that hasn't happened. Excellent coverage, knocking him off his timing. He can't get into his routes the way he wants to. And so far, the defense is winning.
On third down, Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30. Back now at FedEx Field, it's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the third level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense. Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line.
Single, that's single slot. Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Back to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. He had time, was able to survey the field, and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where we call the move tight end. You can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a French set it down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so.
Offense.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Check Mike 45.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. And they'll go on the ground. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Now it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use. Here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Out onto the field for the defense. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Third down, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And Murray's kick is up and good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think the defense has to feel really good about what's going on here. They've hit him, harassed him, sacked him a bunch of times, and now he's starting to get a little jittery in the pocket. Feet are starting to move around a little bit. Sometimes they start to feel ghosts. People aren't even there.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. And they'll spike it here at 27 seconds. The play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Offside. Defense.
12 yards to go on third down.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.